He's one of the most famous TV personalities in the country. Great being with you. Love watching you. The face of ESPN's First Take. Hot dog is not a sandwich.
Yes, it's a sandwich. What's the matter with y'all?
Bam! That's a spike. All right, welcome to the Eli Manning Show. As usual, got my pal Shaun O'Hara with us, and he's wearing a purple sweater.
Dude,
what color is it?
This is boysenberry. Come on, get your magenta colors
it's like
down.
Rhubarb. That looks good on you.
Can you spell rhubarb?
There's an H in there.
There is an H. Good job. Good job.
Hey, the season two's been fun. We've done some cool things, but we haven't been in studio a whole lot. So
No,
this is good to be
I missed these chairs.
Yeah, my comfy chair.
Oh yeah, this is not very comfy. How'd you get the leather one? Where's my leather chair? All right, I need an upgrade.
All right, let's get to our guest. This guy is loud. He's opinionated. Somehow he's a Steelers fan. Please welcome Stephen A. Smith. How are you?
How you doing, man?
Good to see you. Thanks for coming on.
What's up, man? How you doing, man?
Good to see y'all, man. How's everything?
Everything's great. Yourself?
I'm great. I can't complain.
Hey, let's get right to it.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
Grew up in Queens.
Okay.
You're a Knicks fan.
Yes.
You're a Yankees fan.
Yes.
And you're a
Giants.
Steelers fan.
Oh.
Wait, how did this happen?
Well,
how did we let this happen?
Well, first of all, I was born in 1967, so essentially in the early 70s, the Jets and the Giants didn't give me much to cheer about
Yes,
at
we
that
weren't there.
particular
We
moment in
weren't
time.
there.
Y'all
Yeah, we
weren't there
weren't
at that time.
Yeah.
But the other thing is that when I was watching the first football game that I ever saw was the Immaculate Reception. My dad was watching TV, and we saw Franco Harris, catch that pass that, ricocheted off of one of the receivers.
Broken up by Tatum. Tipped off. Franco Harris has it. And he's over.
I fell in love with the black and gold ever since.
So you saw a lucky play.
There's
His
conspiracy.
luckiest play.
That's
and
right.
I'm going to follow this team.
That's right. That's right. It wasn't quite you and David Tyree, but the bottom line is it was lucky enough. We rolled with that, so it was good.
We planned that play. That's just
right.
how we drew it up, the Tyree catch.
Well, listen, I'm not hating on it. I wanted you to win that Super Bowl.
Yeah, we told Shaun, don't block anybody. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But Stephen, I mean, you're a basketball guy. You actually played basketball at Winston-Salem State in North Carolina.
Yep.
I mean, so when a lot of people on TV, if they're in the sports, they didn't always play the game. But I mean, when you're doing basketball, you played the game.
No, I think the biggest thing for me is that I was always a reporter. And so you got a lot of people, especially in today's day and age, they want to talk, but they want to talk about you without talking to you. And if I'm a reporter that has access to an athlete, I'm willing to go up to them and say, this is what it looked like. Here's why. The floor is yours. Explain yourself. And then I remember what you said, and I'll judge accordingly.
And who are some of your sports heroes growing up? Was it another Winston-Salem State alumni?
Well, Earl of Pearl Monroe was a given. Muhammad Ali, obviously, that was very, very big. I love Sweetness, Walter Payton, definitely so, no doubt about it. Because I was a Steelers fan, I loved Lynn Swann and John Stallworth. I loved them as receivers and stuff like that. But to me, it was all about Muhammad Ali, considering what he had to overcome to be as great as he was. And the fact that you were able to overcome that if you're a Muhammad Ali and still be a champion that you are, I mean, what can you say?
Yeah, he was special. Imagine Muhammad Ali right now with social media.
Yeah.
Like,
He'd utilize it to his advantage. He'd be a marketing whiz.
Oh, yeah.
I think he
awesome.
would. I think he would.
You were talking about kind of your credibility with athletes and with sports, so I'm just curious. I want to go back to your basketball days early on. Eli played basketball as a kid. I played basketball in high school, too. You always remember the first time you could smack the backboard.
Yeah.
You remember your first dunk.
Yeah.
And then you remember if you ever dunked in a game. So I'm curious, when was your first dunk? How old were you? What grade were you in?
I never dunked in the game. I never dunked in the game. I dunked in the park, but I wasn't a dunker. I was a shooter. And so I'm at Winston-Salem on the basketball court. John McClendon came out of the stands one day, and he said, I have never seen anybody like you. You get more inaccurate the closer you get to the basket. The further you are away from the basket, it's lights out. The closer you get to the basket, the more apt you are to miss. I've never seen anything like it, but it was true.
Tell us about your book. What's it about?
It's just about my memoirs, my life growing up in Hollis, Queens, New York, growing up and, having issues with my dad, having an incredibly wonderful mother, God rest her soul, and then obviously my challenges throughout my career, starting at the New York Daily News to the Philadelphia Inquirer to, ESPN and beyond, being unemployed, getting back into the mix, the whole bit, and just giving life and motivational lessons from the standpoint that there are ups ups and downs that come with everything. It's how you handle it and how you work your way through it, and just giving the details of what I experienced, what I endured, what I had to, contemplate, what I had to adapt to and overcome, and just telling that story. So hopefully it can serve as a source of inspiration for a lot of people who find trials and tribulations to be a bit too daunting for them to overcome. Yes, you can overcome it. And you don't have to be a professional athlete or a rap artist or somebody like that to pull it off.
That's look
awesome.
forward to that. And that comes out in January, right?
Yes, January 17th.
Look forward to that. Yeah, it'd be great.
I'll look forward to reading that and then telling him what it was all about.
If they make a movie about it, then I'll check it out.
Yeah, the Cliff Notes version.
Something like that.
And you joined First Take 2012. You've
Yep.
had a great run. Was that a goal to get on the First Take?
No.
How did that all come about?
My former colleague, Skip Bayless. Skip Bayless is on First Take, and he's like, I need you. I've taken it as far as I can take it. I've been successful, but in order to do this and to really take this to another level, I got to have somebody sitting across from me that I can trust to bring what he brings every single day. And you're the only person that I trust. So he asked me to do it, knowing that we would probably be successful, and I decided to go for it, and then the rest is history.
Are you on drugs?
Right out there on Front Street on Twitter. He said, I'll put my salary on it.
I swear I wish there was some water, but I throw this in. How could, what?
What were the pros and cons of Skip Bayless as a co-host?
The pros are the man he watches everything. It's all he does. This is the same guy that met his now wife, but when he first met her, on their first date, he told her, let's get one thing straight. You will never come before my job. One of the first things he ever said to her. And she confirmed it. And, the Washington Post wrote about it. He said it, okay? But he's incredibly committed, very knowledgeable as a reporter about various sports and what have you, doesn't miss anything. Watches everything, sacrifices so much of his personal life, because that is his personal life for the most part. And so there's a pro that comes with that. Plus, he's a natural contrarian. And so for the purposes of a debate show, it ain't hard to find something that he's going to disagree with.
Right.
You can almost book it when it was he and I. We didn't even have to be in morning meetings together. I knew exactly what he was going to think, and he knew exactly what I was going to think, and we were polar opposites, and we were off and running.
What? Michael Jordan made him.
Oh,
Yes.
no, you're going too far.
Don't get me started.
You're going too far, Skip. You're going too far.
I think I should try out, like right now. I want to do like a little test try for being your co-host right here.
Now, I want to be clear.
All right.
If you're going to try it now.
I'm going to try it now.
Okay. I'm going to be critical.
Let's go.
I'm going to be critical
All
because
right.
I wouldn't mind having
That's what I
Eli
want.
Manning paying a visit to First Take, but
All
you
right.
have to earn it.
All right, here
So
it
let's
is.
go.
Welcome back to First Fake. The first question is, hot dog a sandwich? Go.
Yes, it's a sandwich. What's the matter with y'all? It's meat in between bread. What's the problem? Last time I checked, that's a sandwich. If it's a steak and it's got bread, it's on bread and it's between two slices of bread, guess what? That's a sandwich. If it's a cheesesteak, same principle. If it's a cheeseburger or hamburger, same principle. Why would a hot dog not be a sandwich? It doesn't make sense to me.
A hot dog is not a sandwich. It's a sandwich has sandwich at the end. Turkey sandwich, ham sandwich, hot dog. It's hot. It's cooked. It's a big, long thingy ding with the bread. It's not even a bread. It's not two stacks of bread on top of each other. It's a roll. It's not a sandwich. Hot dog is not a sandwich. It's its own new entity. It's its own family. It's the worst, unhealthiest meat in the world.
Right.
And it should never be eaten. And it's not a sandwich.
Okay, but does cheeseburger have the word sandwich on the end?
I don't consider
Does
cheeseburgers a sandwich either.
You don't consider
it's a
a hamburger a
cheeseburger.
sandwich?
It's its own world.
So it's about the word sandwich at the end.
You need a sandwich to be a sandwich.
We disagree.
Eli's an expert. He was handing out hot dogs in Central Park.
Hello. What can I get you?
We have 2 regular hot dogs.
2 regular hot dogs coming up. Some onions, just some regular onions. Look at this. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah, pretzels and hot dogs. Pretzels and hot dogs. How you doing, sir? Hot dog?
Second question, toilet paper. Do you roll it over or under, Stephen A?
I roll it under. I roll it under because it just seems to be the fluid thing to do. If it's over, you're pulling it. You know what I'm saying? And then you got to go up and under. Okay? When you're rolling it, you don't have to go up and under. You just got to go under. I like under.
First off, we've reached a new low on this show that we're talking about toilet paper and obviously the act when toilet paper comes into play. But you definitely roll it over. When it's under, that's when you pull and like the whole thing comes out. And then you gotta like tear it, you gotta roll it back. It's definitely an over roll. It's cleaner, it looks cleaner, it's easier to rip and tear. It causes for a much smoother situation.
I've never recalled rolling back toilet paper.
Oh, yeah.
That's a new one to me.
When you pull it and try to break it and all of it comes out, now it's on the floor, it's hanging on the floor. You can't use toilet paper when it's on the floor. I'm like, I'm not touching that. Then you step on it, then it gets on the shoe, then you walk out, you got toilet paper in your shoe. Everybody knows what you just did.
You sound like somebody that's used the toilet a lot.
Thank you for that visual.
You're welcome.
We can never recover from that now. And we're going to go to commercial. When we come back, we are going to debate Taylor ham or pork roll.
I don't know either.
Now, we get to play some games.
Let's do it.
Let's have a little fun, all right?
Let's do it.
Let's go play some games. All right, now we got Sink It or Say It, but this time it's gonna be the Love It or Hate It edition of it. So again, the rules are, I'm gonna ask you a very difficult question, maybe a question you wouldn't wanna answer.
Okay.
You'll have the option, after asking the question, to hit this putt. If you make it, you don't have to answer the question.
Okay.
If you miss it, I need the answer.
But what if I want to answer the question?
You can answer it. If you want to answer the question, you can answer it anyway. All right, first question. All right, here's the deal. Yankees or Knicks? You got to only root for one team. One of those two teams, and the other one you have to hate, and you got to just dog them the rest of your career. Which team is it going to be? Hit the putt first as you think about this. So you want to make this thing now, right?
Looking good. Oh! Shooter in the house.
I'll answer it anyway.
Okay, he'll answer it anyway.
It would probably be the Knicks.
You would love the Knicks.
I would hate the Knicks.
Hate the Knicks, love the Yankees.
The reason why is because even though I love the Knicks, they're the ones who break my heart all the time. You see this hat right here? What the hell is going on, New York Knicks? So they deserve my hatred, and I'm fair. The Yankees don't deserve it as much as they do, because at least they're relevant. So that would be my answer.
Good answer.
Oh, boy. You can't quit the Knicks.
I want
Come
the
on.
Knicks. Don't you root for them? Like, don't you want them? Like, don't you want them more than
badly,
anything?
too badly, which is why they break my heart. Do you know I refuse?
Being good.
You know I've made a vow. I'm not going to the Garden this year.
Is that
I will
right?
not go to see one game unless ESPN forces me to, because I can't deal with them. They just make me too upset. So I'm not going to the Garden.
All right, second question here. All right, you got to love one and you got to hate one.
Uh-oh.
All right, your permanent co-host on First Take, Max Kellerman, or what's that other guy's name? Oh yeah, Skip Bayless.
Skip Bayless.
Skip Bayless. So you're choosing him. You got to love him,
You're gonna hate
and that
Max.
means now you got.
Well, no, I won't hate anybody, but Skip is
You gotta hate Max.
You can hit your putt anyway.
So is your putting like you're shooting? Like, should we move you closer
you
to
can
make
go
you
ahead-
miss,
you
or
can
move
go
you
ahead-
back further?
You can go ahead and miss this one
got
because you
this.
already answered the question.
Here it is.
2 for 2.
Look at
2
that.
for 2. Shooter
Skip Bayless
McGavin.
is a natural contrarian. Max, I could work with him any day of the week on anything other than a debate show. That's all. That's the only difference. But he's a great guy. He really is.
All right, we're gonna get away from sports for this question.
Okay.
All right, we're going comedy.
Okay.
Eddie Murphy, Richard Pryor.
Oh, damn.
Ooh.
that one
You
hurt.
gotta
That one
hate
hurt.
one. You gotta hate one. Oh, he wants to make this one.
boy.
He said that soft touch.
You're
every time.
talking about two guys I love a lot.
See, here we
this
go.
is wrong.
God rest
Here it
Richard
is.
Pryor.
You
So,
better,
oh my Lord.
You better
Oh,
make
that's-
it. Oh, let's see. He's had that
mean,
soft touch.
I don't know. I feel like
he's a little
actually-
nervous here.
I feel
Oh, he pushed it.
I feel actual. Oh, 3 for 3.
What kind of game are we
goodness.
doing here?
So
you gotta give
I
like
will
that.
refrain.
He did make
I will
17
refrain
three-pointers.
from answering that question.
Oh, that
You're
was,
talking about two of the all-time greats. I will not associate hate with either of them.
and that's how you play Sink It or Say It.
And
right?
I sank all three.
You sank all three.
sank all
You
three,
mastered it. You still answered the questions. Good thing, because it would have been a terrible show if you didn't answer any of the questions. But Stephen A. Smith, thank you so much for coming on the
Thank
show.
you.
We had a
Thank
great
you for
show.
having me.
Great being with
Appreciate
you.
it.
Love
Thank you so
watching
much.
you.
Appreciate it, buddy.
And we got a little
Thanks,
gift
man.
for you. Look at this.
Great to see you, man.
Oh, whoa. Look at
I
that.
like this.
Number
Thank you very
one.
much. I
Number
appreciate
one. We got
this.
your Giants jersey.
I like that.
Let's go.
I like that.
Thank you so much.
Appreciate it.
Appreciate it, man.
Thank
Thanks
you,
so
man.
much.
Number one. Number
Three
one.
for three. Look at you. You've been on a course, huh?
Thank you.
We
Thank you.
give
Thank
Eli
you.
some putting lessons.
We got a picture time.
Here we go.
Hey Giants fans, Eli Manning here. Want to see more videos? Subscribe now to the Giants YouTube channel.